and it's a Monday, 26th November 2018. We had a very cool and relaxing weekend. To all those who know, you know what I'm talking about. Ghana lost, but yes, life goes on. I am still supporting my ladies in the AFCON game. Go watch the AFCON game. Make Ghana a beautiful place. Let others from other countries know that Ghana's got a beautiful thing here. And Mama Bemu, me say Mr. Padmore Baffour, but still, yeah, that's all share. Be share akusi. Remember, so weekend matches ni kakra also. Me ne safoni like momonum na easy, but I know me the be wo hand answer. And then I'm going to, as usual, bring you our quote for today, and then the health tip. Then quickly we look at the newspaper headlines and then come into the studio for some discussions. I'll give you the chance to talk or to come up with your views and questions. A lot happened this weekend. I had two of my children, and when I say my children, my callers into this show met somewhere and decided to call me. But as to why and how, only God knows. Good morning to you, Matilda and Joe. Well, you better find your quote for the day. So yeah, the health tips not to us or not. Yeah, but back to the studio. So quickly, if you have our quote for the day and health tips, let's.
Setting goals is the first step in turning the invisible into visible. Health tips. Sleep also affects quality of life.
Wonderful one. Goals are always goals. You need them. Even working away from your home to work or to town means you set a goal. You psyched your mind to make a move, and you did. Why are we able to set goals for smaller things, yet it's difficult to set goals for the bigger picture? We should set goals in everything we do. And enough is enough. Because it's about 2 weeks now. I like that. But production team, enough is enough. Now say meda. Why meda? It's in Nana Mudes when you say health tips. Mobeka about sleeping. Kwana yeah. Me viewers in class or manti. Yeah better. Yeah. Safo. Emmanuel boy yeah. Yeah da. Well, you have newspaper headlines now. You have any account and trust. Me say me key. You know my down a main term near sorry term no. You so you wo. I be for no any at yeah papa. If you papa be good morning. Anyway, dependable herbal home. C and Shell said they have one of the best herbal products so far on the market. They have Today Man capsule, which is good for vitality, vigor, and enhancing urine flow in men. They also have the Today Cool capsule for treatment of bleeding piles and hemorrhage. They have the Today Laxative capsule, which helps the back pains and waist pain. Today Lady Care capsule, it also helps in menstrual cramps, menstrual cycles, menstrual disorders, and so boa and mano and mamubibia yakama. And now already lady wash now account. Yes, I would lady care now the lady wash now I want. She said bibia could. For bulk purchase, you can visit Dependable Herbal Home at Medina New Road, also known as the Greenhouse, or you can go to Kaswa opposite Datus International, Repatch Ventures, Kings Walk Herbal in Okanshi. They also have Baywatch Herbal at Medina Old Road, opposite Doku Clinic. You can call them on 027-222-0222. Their products are available in all pharmacies, chemical shops, and herbal shops across the country. Saturday, one share compound house and just why you man, just a man miss one cry because you're repeating mouth. You know, every Saturday 9 p.m. to 10. And after tomorrow, will be the jaws on Munyan and Famra. So, yeah, man. It's once adverts in the bar near Basso. But one day or compound house. So, after tomorrow, more pressure no moon share, no moon found 2 more. Once I went to a free compound house and Yamiadum. Once we see our day high. Offshore compound house, a wow mouth any tenants, any tenancy landlord issues. No, at what I been so yesterday a pa ye into share Nedma Weninji. Apostle Productions in the 2 TV in the Ashes why they bro. National Petroleum Authority CNHL say Ansana Ubeso Ugasno. Here kitchen more nana baby I want to share say here gas nibia. So here gas nibia patrolmen so. But se bibia sa enkoso dia no aso. But to beso so much in the first. Near friend matches so no answer. Answer we be gas no stove in so. After you say jato fie hwa. Men you soon so if it's a gas jan ye fence no no. Ye the fire extinguisher any dum no. Into fire extinguisher. And I say gin some so for 192 192 and 999. Now one more wow. Or say you gas no meant to nas meant to anyhow and find see how said their answer be treat you gas cylinder and they said they'll be treated and na woody na and no and never ma what me jina nas. Yeah, started with the new crusading guide or say National Cathedral a must, President emphasizes. Into President Patrick say National Cathedral ne there. Menu na etwe mu time when yaka so be ne there obey. Into President or say a must. Inti eno de yeso ya gya to mama no so ye be hwe I will not contest a Jaku seat declared protozoa. Nanko bi afesa na woko. Babin will win massively against Mahama. NDC heavyweights. Who are the heavyweights? Ajeni delegates na ekohe. Inti new crusading guide. Many Babin will contract Biana. Because most likely every day Babin is on the front page. Anyway, paperless has reduced cost time of port transactions, AGI, and then Baumia celebrates UN Medal Day with peacekeepers in Lebanon. I salute you, my own brother, Leonard Amate. You are in Lebanon, doing well. May God protect you, bring you back safely. Pentecost Church starts nationwide cleanup exercise at Kaswa. This is a collaboration with the Pentecost Church and Zoom Lion. That's a very wonderful one. Cleanliness is next to godliness, but yeah, because that cleanliness is spiritual cleanliness. Because the natural environment is not that bad, but it's a spiritual cleanliness. Daily Searchlight, I say Nana's vision brings peace between Fulanis, herdsmen, farmers, or the Adwimbiaba, Sebebia, Unenchi, rearing for food and jobs. The last minister Che Muahanum, and no details and so on. Daily Searchlight idea about the government reduces Jubilee House staff numbers. Information Minister, and then Ghana will make it a Kufuado. After so shall say President Kufuado inspects 1D1F project in Birim, commissions Akimodan Winneba water supply project. And also Rebecca Wasem na Yashe President Eastern Region Aprobono or the Kohono said ya the fantasy, the dream, the maze, Brexit no. Bebrina in him the detail. I'm so Matthias and Brexit. Guys, I'm here short videos. I think you should do a short video on Brexit and what it means. And then see, I think a lot don't know much about that. $100 million for TVET tools and infrastructure. Now we shall as a penny for the and your man to acquire for TVET. Free SHS on target. The policy is achieving its purpose, says Akufuado. No increase in Jubilee House staff. No increase in Jubilee House staff. Ninyina our front page of the Daily Statesman. The Ghanaian Times, I'll say, I will build National Cathedral to the glory of God. President, your glasses the swag is too much. Well, Zoom Lion Church of Pentecost environmental care campaign takes off, and after government secures $100 million for TVET. No increase in numbers of staffers at presidency. Kojo Opon Nkrumah, the Minister for Education, Information, or say numbers Babin will win massively against Mahama, and I don't know why lately. I could say the numbers have increased to about 13, but 13 in each, it's been Babin against Mahama on the front page of the Crusading Guide. Well, Daily Guide, Minister dismisses NDC lies about presidency staff, and then Chiefs hail Nana for not flying chopper to Afram Plains. I don't know what that means. I remember ex-President Mahama once went there with a chopper, but I don't know if that is in context. And Baumia visits UN troops in Lebanon, and then we have MTN tops Ghana Club 100. And that is a good achievement. Keep it up, MTN. At the end of the year, Yebeka said the engine so Yebeka no. At least a yen so Yebeka. I had a dialogue. If I'm be the name, show me the dialogue. Na yedi bro on Facebook Live at Net2 TV. And connect Facebook. Just search Net2 TV. The daily graphic and the just the front pages. No, any kind of say Hope for bile liver cancer patients. 120 surgeries performed at Kolebu so far. Me say, Mr. Padmore Baffour say, hey, news radio. Well, we will bring all programs to fruition, President. President, we did Yamin Crawford in Pana, which you know, Yamin Boan on short, and never near the DSA man, my wife. Because pray, Yamin depending now, and we pray for that. We pray that you're able to bring all programs to fruition. Government doesn't intend to increase presidential staffers upon Nkrumah. And that is what we'll have on the back page, I think, Graphic Nyayo blood donation campaign. But this is all we have for you this morning by way of the newspaper front line on our headlines review. Energy Commission saying shall say, the fastest and the best way to see say no man will use ni kwan mu ana say eboa usukasem mu a na chese download the new certified energy appliance app no we call Google Play Store copy the most authentic appliance app what market so eboa ma unya ne open no certified appliance app it's say Facebook and say WhatsApp we just type a certified appliance app and then ubu yellow label no beba so download and install it. After we install it, we are no be na fe wabo numbers ni good air conditioner na fridge na nim no ashim we boshima say yampa nukra bibia wo fridge ni ho chese utumi kra the cuisine pa na oton fridge ni hwese ampa correct na nso enya correct kra na once I boshe mu energy commission for benya notification say obi ton fridge bi enya papa ho a no mbe take step energy commission for boy adwuma ya yenwa penny Judge Padmore. Mr. Padmore Agyapong. My friend is Judge Padmore Society. Judge Padmore pardon me, but then Padmore Agyapong. Because I used to visit the Judge Padmore library for a very long time. I don't know.
I always say I accept it.
You get it, right?
It's normal.
Well, Bema, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
And I pay say me can surgery so me here for cancer bile and liver. Ama just say your eyebrow just went so wide.
Exactly. You see, we are in a system where we are beginning to fear cancer.
Yeah, we are afraid of cancer. I mean,
because cancer more or less has taken a lot of people's life.
Yeah,
and this comes as a relief when you have your largest teaching hospital saying that we have been able, not that we will or we are planning to. They have undertaken 120 surgeries already
so far
related to liver, pancreas, bile duct cancer. So it means that people who have these diseases will now,
at least they have hope.
Some hope, yes. It might not necessarily, we don't know the lifespan after the cancer, what happens, is there a relapse or whatever, but the fact that it can be removed to still prolong life means that there is hope.
At least even if you spend days, you know that at least, and even the fact that you have it at the back of your mind, say, my situation can be worked on, and now there's hope for my situation. It gives you enough breath. Say, okay, at least I'm not giving up yet.
It means
to me, it's a good news.
Yeah, very good news.
But sometimes I ask myself, why have some of these things been in the dark for a long time? Why have they been in the quiet for a very long time?
It was only yesterday that I even had the opportunity to read this story on Facebook, which was posted by one of my friends, and he was actually telling Ghanaians that we should appreciate or celebrate the good news when they come, not necessarily
the bad ones.
It's almost like the bad ones that is making it.
It's amazing how people forward bad news like quickly spreads it, and good news they read and like, oh yeah, okay.
I don't know if you people, when you go to your school, GIG, communications and all those, you are taught that bad news sells, because we've come to believe
it's a saying, bad news sells.
It's a bad news sells.
Yeah.
But if you want to develop, you want to progress, you don't dwell on bad news. You strengthen or you hit on your strengths. You maximize them. What are we doing good? Let's continue that. And then you try and manage the ones that are not going well. But it seems like we spend so much time trying to be on negative news rather than promoting good news.
Well, let's tackle it. I mean, as and how you want it. But I'm going to look at Minister Agyapong Nkrumah saying that the numbers are not going to increase, and then President assuring Ghanaians or reiterating that yes, we will build a cathedral. Come with me, rain or shine. Under his China, he will build a cathedral to the Lord. He didn't say even to the nation, he said unto the Lord. And then we look at the commissioning of the 1D1F, the Brim River, and then the one at.
I mean, let me start with the cathedral. Yeah. I have always been a supporter of the National Cathedral. If you go to Cote d'Ivoire, Yamoussoukro, they have the Basilica. People travel from here to go and just look at the edifice.
Wow.
If you go to Rome, if you go to US, if you go to any major country, they have a cathedral. And most of the times, these cathedrals are also used for some multi-purpose activities. I agree that we are building it for the Lord. But wisdom still allows that you can have some other conferences, some chambers that you can host other events. That
people can arrange for some events.
How many police stations have been built by churches in Ghana?
That's true.
Have we ever condemned the church building police stations for the country? Have we ever condemned the church building schools for the country? Since when did we raise our hands that it is wrong for the church to build a hospital for the country? But what is wrong now if the country says we would want to build a cathedral for the Lord? Then people say, hey.
This issue, don't you think you should sometime understand them? They feel you don't have enough to run the country, left alone build a cathedral. They feel the country has so much problems you can concentrate on. And then how do you then give attention to the cathedral? They feel it's his personal thing, religion-wise. Like, okay.
Abedi, I feel like you should not be paid salary.
Okay.
Or I feel like you are paid too much salary. It should be reduced.
Okay. This is Logic 101.
Because there are some people who don't have food to eat. There are some people who are not working and you are being paid more. Is that the logic? No. You can't say some people are not working, so I should not work. Some people don't have food to eat, so I should not be paid well so I can eat good food for the work that I do. I agree we have priorities, but the government has come to clarify that we are not going to use the taxpayers' money to build this. We are going to fundraise. The First Lady decided to do fundraising to set up these children wards. Wasn't it successful? So what is wrong if the government says, I want to fundraise and fund this project? And people think that it is wrong. When I have my money, I don't want to give my money to the politician to do other things they say they want to do. But I would rather want to give my money to help build a cathedral for the Lord. That one too, somebody says, I can't do that.
As a matter of fact, we had some people who are even willing and ready to support this project.
That is it.
It takes off.
Even the churches have come out to say that they themselves will lead this process. And that's why I said, if the church is building police stations, the church is building schools, the church is building hospitals, and we are all happy. If the church is saying we want to collaborate with the government and build a cathedral, we are crying foul.
Well, why? I don't think it's all Ghanaians. I think it's the MPP
I know.
Mostly who were saying.
Not necessarily MPP.
The NDC, sorry.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. We have the PRO for National Identification Authority, and we've assured you, we will talk to them. The National Identification Card registration has been going on for some weeks now, and so we would like to know what is happening right now and what is the next step, because people have registered and they're still waiting for their cards. I know people who registered since 2009, 10, 11 and still waiting for their cards. Hello, good morning, Francis. How do you say your last name? Bampati or what? Can you please speak up a bit? Hello, Francis.
Yes.
Yeah, I was trying to mention your last name right. Can you help me?
Pambeti.
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 Oh, okay.
Pambeti.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Pambeti.
Yeah.
Okay, but we realize that you've done the registration so far. I mean, you can talk of the Medina Adenta areas. I mean, our cameras have captured some of them. We've used them for news items. We just want you to tell us how far you are with the registration and if people are getting their cards instantly. If not, when.
Yeah, thank you very much. We started the mass registration in Adenta on the 5th.
Mm-hmm.
And we've been there till date. We intend extending the exercise to Wednesday. And then we'll end
Francis, do you mind speaking up a little bit for me?
Come again?
Yeah, go ahead. That's good.
I was saying that we started on the 5th of November in Adenta. And we've been in Adenta since then. We were supposed to end on Saturday. We have extended till Wednesday. And when we are done with Adenta, we would leave one registration center open. And that would be the NHIA office in Adenta. That's near the municipal assembly. That office will be opened to take care of individuals who were not able to get their cards instantly. They can go to that office and pick up their cards. But as we are still in Adenta for the next 3 days, some cards are at the registration centers which have not been picked up. And we want those whose cards were not picked up to go to their respective registration centers and have them picked up.
Francis, so far, reports that we got here is that some people have been waiting for 3 days in the line and they go and come back and they're not even aware of the requirements until they get to the point where they want to start the process and then they start. What is the reason for that?
Oh, I think that even when you get to any registration center, you would find the requirements pasted at the center. So you can always know the requirements. What it is too is that when registration, before our officers even open the centers for registration, you have people who have come at dawn
to line up.
Queue.
Yeah.
And so you have a situation where you have lots of people and you can only do a certain number in a day.
Yeah.
So there are times when you get to the center and because you came a bit late, you are unable to register. It's a process that you have to go through. I was saying that the process takes, within 30 minutes when you start the process, you should get the card instantly. Now, in that process, when we look at the numbers we are likely to register in a day at the center, it's in the range of 160 people. Sometimes they're able to do a little more than 160 people in a day. And so it would explain why there are times when people get there and they are unable to
get through
register.
the
But
process.
we will be there for the next 3 days. I'm hoping that individuals who have had that difficulty would have the opportunity of registering during this 3-day period. And like I said, we would have a center. We'll have a center opened at the NHI office in Adenta for some time. It will be opened. People can go there and still have their registrations done.
Francis, I have 2 more questions for you, and I'll let you go. I know you're busy this morning, but earlier on you brought a statement that you're going to start from institutions to you're going to do the institutional registration, and then go to the masses. But it looks like we're not really seeing the registrations within the institutions.
Oh, okay. We started on the 4th of June with the institutions. We started with Jubilee House.
Okay.
And throughout the period, we registered over. We attended to staff of over 100 public institutions, and we registered a little over 80,000 of their officials. We know there are some other institutions that would love us to come to them to have their staff registered. As we speak, we haven't registered members of the GJA yet.
Okay.
And you are a very important stakeholder to us. So we, for now, are focused on kick-starting the mass registration. And that is why we have...
So you've changed from starting with the institutions to starting with the masses. Is that right?
Yes. So we are now focused on mass registration and not institutions. But as we go along, I know that there will be arrangements made to still take care of some institutions that would need us to come over because of their numbers and the challenges in going mass. That will be considered. But for now, we are not attending to institutions. All the focus is on doing mass registration for our people.
Okay. When you made this statement, you made it so clear to all of us. I mean, you did
Yes.
the awareness, the campaign, the advertisements, and everything. But did this change of idea from doing the masses before you come to the institutions? Did you really do some messaging down to the institutions or to the masses?
Okay,
In terms of publicity.
with NIA,
Yeah.
there is provision in our law to make arrangements to go to some institutions or go to some individuals to register them.
Mm-hmm.
That's an option we can always use.
Okay.
And then the mass registration is what the law requires us to conduct.
Okay.
As we are speaking, we don't want to be doing the two simultaneously.
Okay.
We've just started with the pilot in Adenta. We want to experience Adenta, have a feel of the grounds and how activities would pan out in the field. That knowledge would inform how we would go into La Fontenay and other districts in Greater Accra. I must say that when we start Greater Accra full hall, we would cluster various districts. It will not be district by district anymore.
Okay.
It will be a cluster of districts into zones, and then they will be registered.
Okay.
But the institutions, like I said, it's not as if we would have to finish the registration countrywide before we go back to institutions. No. I'm saying that as we go along, it is possible that
come in and back.
that arrangement would start again.
Okay.
And some institutions will be attended to.
People have also complained that generally your publicity about this registration has been very low. Do you agree?
Oh, what we are doing, the strategy we are adopting, is that because we are targeting Adenta as a pilot, we also didn't want a situation where
people who come from different places,
from Abekal, all that places flocking to Adenta. We want to make sure that people in Adenta have the opportunity to register. I recall some of our campaigns within the community. Some residents raised the issue about 2008 where foreigners crowded them out from the registration. They couldn't register. But this time around, we wanted to focus in Adenta. So we used the information services department vans at dawn. We start from 5 a.m. to 8 a.m. in the morning and then start again at 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. in the evening daily, with our NIA staff also being part of that team. NCCE in Adenta have also been extremely helpful. They've arranged for us to speak to various organizations and churches within Adenta. So the community itself are quite well aware
the
of
registration
what
is
we are
going
doing,
on.
and they are patronized greatly.
So it's a targeted sensitization that
Exactly.
just to the people. But
In
so
the
far,
same vein, when we start the mass in Greater Accra, then we'll go full blast with communication to everybody.
got you. So, but so far, any challenges so far? What are some of the major challenges?
We've learned a couple of lessons in Adenta. We would pick up all those lessons we've learned, and it would make us better as we move into La Fontenay.
Are you willing to share a few with us? One or two?
Oh, maybe one I'll say is that we've learned that registrations under canopies are not the best for us, both technically and operationally. And we will see how we can minimize the use of canopies as we go along.
But have you come across some challenges or somebody challenging somebody's identity that is not a Ghanaian, is that and that? Have you got any?
We've heard people complain about people they suspect to be foreigners, but complaining is not enough.
Yeah.
There's a formal process that one has to go through. When you suspect somebody to be ineligible to register, it is for you to approach the registration officer, tell the registration officer what you think or what you feel, and then the applicant will be told that this individual is raising a challenge. The registration officer will provide a form to the applicant. The applicant will fill the form. A copy of another form will be given to him to send to the chief of his town, and then to an assemblyman in his locality. They will also fill those forms. he would put all those forms together and it will be returned to NIA. NIA will submit this documentation to what we call the District Registration Review Committee, made up of a circuit court judge or a magistrate, a representative of the Traditional Council, a representative of the Ghana Bar Association, a representative from the Department of Social Welfare, Ministry of Education, a representative from the religious bodies, could be an imam or a priest, and the police divisional or district commander. They form the committee. They would review the challenge that has been brought to them and will make a determination. If their determination is to the effect that we should register the person, we will go ahead and register. The report of the committee, a copy will be given to the applicant, a copy will be given to us. But if they think that this individual is not eligible, the individual has the option of appealing to the chief regional registration review officer, who would also look at it. And if he makes a determination, if the applicant is still not satisfied, the applicant can go to the High Court to seek justice.
So far
now,
you've not had a single case like this throughout the registration. So far you've not had a single case.
No, we haven't had a case of a formal challenge, but we are urging our citizens not to shy away from the formal process. If they have the greatest conviction that
the person is not
an individual is not eligible to register, they shouldn't hesitate. They should come forward and raise the challenge. Besides, this is our country, and we are the only ones who can watch over our country and ensure that people who are not qualified to
don't get into our process.
Do not go ahead. Yeah.
Well, I would like you to mention some of the registration centers within the Adenta municipal area, and also when you are ending the registration, so viewers who haven't taken part of the process can be quick.
I may not be able to
mention all. I agree. Yeah,
all of them, but
a few.
I know that in Adringano, for instance, we have about 6 registration centers in Adringano. We have a couple in Agotano. We have some in Mamomo. We have some in Kose. We have some in Bentana. Bentana is around the municipal assembly. We have some at Malicho. We also have some at Manhe and Amran here. So there are a couple of centers scattered in all these communities, and there are 52 in number. And so those who haven't had the opportunity should go and get themselves registered.
When is the deadline for the Adenta registration?
We are ending. We are ending on Wednesday. Okay. Wednesday is the end of the extension.
Okay.
And after Wednesday, we would leave Adenta. Okay. Like I said, an office will be left at NHI in Adenta, where our officials will continue registering and also issuing out cards that have been issued.
Great. Francis, this is coming from me. With the complaints we've had that you need a TIN number, that is the taxpayer's identification number, and other things to help you register for the national identification card. Have you had any talks with GRA or Birth and Death or any of these institutions to also mount a booth next to you, so in case the person has what it takes to register TIN numbers right there and get the numbers to come, or to verify, or even get a printout, or to get their, for instance, the Ghana Post stuff? Do you have their representatives as part of the team that is doing the registration? I am thinking that will make it easier for you than referring them or asking them to go back to the institutions and get all these things and coming back, or going home to get them to come back and register.
What I can say about that, as NIA, we have a mandate, and to the best of our ability, we ensure that we work within the mandate. Now, other institutions that we will be harmonizing our databases with in the future are the reason why we are requesting or asking applicants to come along with cards issued by those institutions.
Okay.
The suggestion about GRA citing their personnel at all our locations, I don't know whether they can carry that out, but I think that you're not the first person suggesting that, and I think they are listening to you out there.
Yeah.
And if they think that it's within their capabilities to have the officials go with us. We would always share our roadmap with them, and they can go along with us. Ghana Post, for instance, knows where we'll be going next, and they have taken steps to help people get their digital addresses.
Well, Francis, we'd like to thank you.
We will not refuse to collaborate or work with any other organization that thinks that our exercise would have a positive effect on the work they do.
Francis, we'd like to thank you this morning for the explanations. And my producer would like to talk to you, so don't get off the phone. Just hang on a second. Okay. He will talk to you. Right. That is Francis. The name again, Pambetti or Pamdetti. I keep getting that right, but it's Pamdetti. Francis, he is a PRO for National Identification Authority. Let's take a quick break, and when we're back, we have Padmore Agyapong here, and then we go on with our discussion. This is a dialogue. We'll be right back. A few messages on our Facebook wall. Omo share live on Facebook. Get on Facebook and search Net2TVGH, Net2TVGH, and then you get together with us. We see your friend, Top Man AJ. Say hi to you, Top Man. We also your friend, a crime officer. I'm watching you live from California. Okay, crime officer. You're a crime officer in California, Ghanaian crime officer. Isaac Kenneth Usu Ajimai. Abedi, what prevents us from having a tin number? That's what we were talking about. You want to benefit from free education, but you are not willing to declare your tax status. Are you okay, Isaac? You know, I'm heavily editing it, and I know you're talking about the tin number. It's a very lengthy text, but again, thank you very much, Isaac. But I didn't mean to make. But again, we have to get a tin number. It's good for you yourself as an individual, as a citizen. You are also watching us live. Mr. Padmore, sorry for that, but we needed to get that information from him.
Yeah.
It's here with the cathedral, and you are 100% sure. I
am 100% in support. The church is in support. Majority of Ghanaians are in support because Ghana is not going to be the first country to have such an edifice. Information minister statement by
but even quickly before wrapping up on the church issue, once Ufa Niman there's a very big mosque. I think it's built by the Turkish. I don't know if it's a Turkish government or a group from Turkey. I really don't have much on that, but I see that it's Turkey branded with some even Turkey
and I think
flags.
they say that is the largest in the West Africa region.
Exactly.
And you see how beautiful that structure is.
It's awesome. I see. It's okay. Don't let me get going on architecture.
If you're a Muslim and then you see that structure, you'll be proud. That you have such a mosque where you can feel comfortable.
And I think that the location is perfect.
Exactly. So, I mean, people are just using the fact that we are a developing country and then we need money for other things. Why do you rather want to use money to build such a structure where we don't have schools, children are not having desks to use and all those. But the issue is what prevents those people, again, to make appeal. For me, my major worry would have been if government is saying that the taxes that I've collected this year
are going to be used.
I am not going to provide for the hospitals. I'm not going to provide for the schools. I'm not going to pay salaries. I'm going to use those taxes
to build a cathedral.
Then I have a problem with the government. But if the government is saying, I am not using taxes, but I am doing this in conjunction with the churches, in conjunction with people who are willing to give, in conjunction with corporate institutions. What is the beef here? People just want to criticize for criticizing's sake, and I think that is what the NDC is doing. They just want to throw dust into this thing just to make the government unpopular. But I'm telling you that so long as majority of Ghanaians are supporting this, the president has every mandate to move ahead because he's not using our money. And the church is saying we will do it. If the church is able to put up school, again, if the church is able to put up hospital, the church is able to even set up other industries, and the church says we will come alongside and help build, I don't see any problem. I don't have any issue with that. And the government should work with the churches to get this thing done.
But again, I mean, one would ask, couldn't that money been used to build like a school for the Nima area or for some other?
I mean, since when? did the government stop building schools?
Oh, I'm only referring to the mosque. That if you look at the amount of money used, one can also say that Nima is not well developed, so they could have used that money to build.
That's what I'm saying. If you want to go on that argument, then you will say, look at Nima. Is it what we need here? We don't need this. But that is not true. Sometimes we forget that fighting poverty is not just only about the physical poverty.
Yeah.
No.
There's a orientation too.
There is a religious poverty. If it hits you, you are so poor.
Yeah.
That because you can't take religion from the human being. You can never.
Yeah.
So long as you are religious. I mean, even shrines are putting up structures for gods. And you are telling me that the Muslim cannot put up a befitting mosque that they want to worship in?
Yeah.
That the Christian cannot get a good cathedral that they can host events in?
Well, let's get on to the Minister of Information, comment.
Again,
he's condemning the fact that the numbers will not increase. But then this is saying that they are very sure and a part of the statement he's saying that by 2019 there won't be any increment.
They were asked, NDC was asked to prove where they got that source of information
they
from.
said from the budget.
But the budget has been clear. The minister even did a good exposition on the budget on that part. Why is he saying government is going to increase the staffers to 1,600? No. Again, it has exposed the NDC when Dr. Baumia says they don't read.
Oh, they're referring to a document, and now you tell me they don't read. Pardon me, I don't get it.
We all listen.
Yeah.
Now, if I asked you, okay, how many staff work at the office of the president? As of 2017, when the president presented for that year, I think it was around 900 and something.
Yeah.
Ghana, hey, Akufo-Addo has come and he is creating jobs left, right, center, putting his cronies there. That is the office of president.
Yeah.
Did the minister mention the office of president in his presentation?
I don't think so. It was just...
The minister says the office of government machinery. Is it the same as the office of president?
Well, the NDC also did their own breakdown.
That's what I'm saying.
They're claiming we have been in power. We just left. We have been in these offices. We know what goes on there.
The president says, the finance minister says that staff at the office of government machinery. And the office of the president is part of the office of government machinery. So it's a subset. Do we need to debate about this?
That's your interpretation.
Not my interpretation. That is simple logic. So if the NDC cannot reason on this, then I'm afraid for what they want to provide for Ghanaians.
Oh, you don't want to use that as...
The office of the president is a subset of the office of government machinery.
Exactly.
How can the subset be bigger than the set itself?
Yeah.
Simple mathematics sets, they cannot even decode it. That if you have a set of a box and you have a subset which is inside the box, how can the subset be bigger than the box? And they want Ghanaian. Okay, so if the office of president is going to increase to that much, then what is going to be the numbers for the office of government machinery when you add all the others? So can this tell them that we have goofed? Whoever is providing this information has misled us?
No, they claim that each and every one of them were given the documents, and so they read it, and it's a collective idea.
But it is this same document.
Yes.
That is saying the office of government machinery.
Okay.
They are saying the office of president. Two different offices. One under the other. And you are still insisting the one under the mother set is bigger than the main set.
Well, they think by the end of 2019, Ghanaians will come back to say that they said it. And so,
when I was in secondary school, there was this area of mathematics we did where we called simple logic.
Yeah.
And one was logical reasoning.
Yeah. I did logical reasoning.
If politicians cannot do simple logic and logical reasoning, then Ghanaians, we are doomed. Then we are doomed. If a simple document is in front of you and you are reading it and the heading is saying the office of government machinery will have this number, and you come out and say that they are planning to increase the office of the presidents from 900 and something to 1,000. I mean, you are.
So you think it probably might be an interpretation problem?
This is a party who, even as at now, have not been able to collate their 2016 results. Talking about figures.
No. They've done that past and also been able to get the reports.
When Koko and Yido, who stood on the platform in their press conference and stated that all that they are calculating, they are in a comfortable lead, and President Mahama is winning. Have they been able to come and show us that those figures?
Well, I know they have
have they been able to, which proved otherwise that His Excellency Akufo-Addo never won the election?
The fact that probably they claim the fact that they won't take you to court doesn't mean they are okay, but they just want peace to reign.
They want peace.
Yes.
NDC.
Yeah.
NDC knew or knows that they've won an election with all their figures. And Charlotte Osei went ahead to declare Nana Akufo-Addo, His Excellency the President. And NDC is saying, yes, but for peace. What peace?
Well, let me announce my phone lines, and then we'll come to the 1D1F and probably wrap up from there. 0240-550-899. 0240-550-899. I'm talking to Padmore Agyapong, and he's one of the very resourceful persons. But today, maybe I didn't some nominee there. Logic album with there. Mr. Padmore, or no say what he's claiming, and I get it. You are doing a subset analysis. He is doing an equation analysis. Office of the President is probably the main machinery of government. Into your no say, if it's not the same, then it is what it is.
Okay, let's do equation. Simple equation, right? If S is bigger than Y, and Y is a subset of S, if say S is equal to 10, can Y ever be more than 10?
It cannot be equal or more than 10. You can't use that thing.
So
I did elective math.
So what is wrong with? I mean,
we have a caller on the line. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Abedi. Abedi, Ibrahim here. Oh, come going off.
Ibrahim, what is saying?
Nana do Abedi. Abedi don't hear.
Me who here? Me just say we share a game, no.
What's that?
So I buy tickets. Me just say we share a game, no.
What's that? Me share me.
We share a football match, no.
Oh, me go here.
One go share and me tickets in the second.
Abedi, na me kiasi. Abedi.
Yes.
So, but asabo nyami about a free education.
Okay, koso.
But Abedi, one will say Accra Academy.
Yeah.
Adedi akoso wo hono mo. Ya hwe yi a. Enya trending na kwa na say all the schools be here. Meeting just 2nd November, 3rd November we. And almost fair PTA. After headmaster na be kazano say assistant headmaster or someone you also can school panelists no and or say semester bia na akwale bia enter 300 Ghana cedis.
For what?
For what? That is it. Inti okaye no parent na ti obi an kasa and one guy onu sorry obi say adewe onti ase so uka say omucha 300 Ghana cedis a semester and I say a term the whole semester na 900 Ghana na fees na nkasa eyahe
debut Ibrahim tie
abedi
me ni nkomo all cano me nyini say obi a wa hold such a position in a school like a cracker will say obesori ahwe mpanifo ete won nanu say munchia this amount all more reason one and some be said mumma yen na yen hu say enye say bi ase abedi tie ukoso
abedi mpato tie o abedi ushow we show kese meet members na embe sorry keke embe say obi ejuma upa sama maka we u adamfo bi ana wo parent
no don't worry you reporters go for that question
u de bisa no bisa net details na wo meet member transfer o show we embe say u show ana say obi ejuma
yo
abedi na me shira o emra Greater Accra Regional Women Organizer ni national ebe ye meeting e wo Kankwe North Emma MP Yiri Honorable Hussein Isa omushia Emma ye meet ye fe
ya
na mata de
we the meeting reports are there too
na NDC dia munje o ma asem Cathedral na ebeshi ye si na nation because aha baby ayesum nyame
ya da ase Ibrahim
Muslim for Rolex Emma ye kanda no ye si ye de idi omudo munjai ye si na omu nko bia
ya da ase
omu nko
ya da ase obi anka say ye si wie dia onko na wonim the funny part at the end dey obeka wo but you need to see who we are. Say, we will be quite good. Who create a selfie? Yet now say St. Patrick's Cathedral near there.
You know the number of foreigners who will even travel
Yeah, to just come and see how it is. And I wouldn't be surprised. Say there are other countries have a free SHS normal. We are all on a developing path. Into when you are DNA, yeah. Lately, and yet one you who say because of Massa dear why utai me for me to make a biabo. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Abed.
Yes, Chief.
Two
Number
Minga Utubulo say, Amanga Utiliza, Nina, Nati, honorable Utiliza, Nina, Nati,
Chief. Buffy propaganda,
Abipan consensus, the second citizen. I mean, Tuniwa, and we party in ya. Don't you? I must set the record there.
Okay.
Get NDC and Kagan of Yaka. Now, don't talk about with Kacham Lily to you. What is Batiano? Clinic, fresh, imagine. They comply, clinic, fresh, imagine. Careful. I'm a new number for. This cannot be surprised. And I'm going to tell them to develop the Hangana. Cannot be I say, Nakufadu can't fight, careful. Said, before believe I see no. When you say the rolling to my attack, over 9 billion dollars. At least, here by 4 years, you know, say, to compare. Let me get $23 billion. John the money, Mama, if by 4 years, you put that on it. They get a war 27 billion. Oh, Minnesota and this
Chief, I'm on
40 billion. Can you know, so far? Over 20 billion. I can go in this again, Mama. Make it 20 billion. I can go to infrastructure. I can go one factory. I can go pay down.
Yo, Chief, Obadabushi. You can call us now and express yourself 0240-550-899. Mr. Padmore, young commissioning Sir River recovery. Hello, okay, I think you have a caller on the line. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Yes, good morning, sir.
Morning.
The patrol didn't be out for you.
A friend Sam organized one. I will actually be.
Okay, Sam Koso.
Committee 20.
Sam Koso. TV in volume no was through Kakra into my number from.
Betty.
Sir.
Betty, where there? Yo.
Okay, Sam. Okay, Koso.
Bate. Abedi anope michiamu.
Yeah, Joseph.
Na dia ya say no abedi. Nsemu awu kan nyina se du ba bia ya na NDC fo no ensemu no. Wo betra ho sa mimi ya na me kura me mpese metie because nsemu o mo kan no. Wo mo do mo ye se ade ne ye kura enye. Etia na die nana aye no emum no mo ton eno no kwa kira. Eye sense de o mo beka ne yin bi di akiri. So it me sure wala tem bia de nana aye no. And the yenton.
Yeah, that's some, but
communication no enye juma. And that no me da say asemu am no kan for electricity so wa asante achim no. Atie no akọ e form kakra.
Yeah, that's it. So they no an penifo na fitie. Enti ye kan na yenim ne na yesi so. They dan penifo so asese ye kan.
Me da si na kira be di mefro na me odi nkomo e fa la shibi so problem wa atema west. Papa.
Na Sam ye ni nkomo bi o. Aso na wo boss. Opposition no wo madwuma say wo make sure say aban enchia kwan aban enti akonwa so no enchia kwan enti so mo de nsam ba eni say e bia ye bogu keke say won ana Mr. Padmore ne make no. It's their duty to put government on its toes.
I agree perfectly.
Yeah,
that is why they are in opposition.
Yeah. Oh, that's why they are in opposition. No. That is the duty of an opposition or the major opposition party.
Present an alternative.
Yes.
But if you are not presenting any good alternative, you better shut up. You don't speak when you don't have anything meaningful to say. The fact that you should speak doesn't mean just open your mouth to any convenient diameter and speak whatever you want to speak. No.
Wow. But my man picking about the last corner AM to us. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Hey, Matilda. It's to say.
Kupadum, no one say.
Yamiadum. Or nowhere to cry for.
Never meet you, I go for you. Michian another dog, Kufado, Michia Safo. She almost in our man.
One charge you.
You, winning. In fact, I was happy. I'm happy to meet him that day.
Oh, I see.
Papa.
I see.
Men sure other two guys can only three. But that over many G. If you meet down for Pata name ya.
Marty.
Many G said this year. That's out of it. But we didn't. One started for 2002.
I see.
And then we started for 2003.
I see.
Which means all the same. Saturday when they finish.
Good.
That's many so G said this year. Only I think about 1% it's about 10. 10 issue. No. The way any focus some no dear propaganda needs explanation or more man me power empty before cho. My more explanation, no more educating go. Even class 1 I call put him say tax. Any edition edible my class 1 I call put him. So a bit depends the nipano a bit cardiac teaching. And secondly, say NG a tax and found one block $20.
Oh, how?
I for me a tax near the boy man. Tax chair.
Okay.
Voucher. Young country and go for no more educating about 10. Now, we had no quite to crumple over. I work when we so now. Couple of canoe marker can the way no more cutting as I'm not there. You may catch Padmore Miss Robin, almost on your white and no one come water and educating call from Farm.
Mia Magia to me also says show is no every blessed day no for some time. You met church and call for about 10 numbers. 18 you matter, yeah, that's it. 18 and they are afraid National Identification Authority because 10 need there. I mean, let's veer a little bit. Yeah, he has said even at birth, you will to one amount 10 number. But be a dini a dear man on the bay hunkakra. What you say? See amount 10 number now. And no chesa would your tax in there. And no chesa was chance to dear no. Nasa may say be a fan as a minijuma. Number what 10 number. I didn't say was some chia tax. Tax in chesa a juma why ye sika when you're from a juma why you. Minye being ye bisana. Me chia tax saying. I mean, do you get my point?
Yeah.
Yan is also yen to me, Yan the Padro a war memoir, almost so much, no more and so much. The other thing also is that it comes with other benefits. Say the material can. I was a church remove man for say, what 10 number now. A time will come. For instance, who can register for national card, you 10 number now, they quiet. Other things will come up for you to assess that benefit. You need just a 10 number. Now, I feel now, I feel now, walk up 10 number. And I said, Bibi Bani, I say, okay, why won't hold you 10 number over 5 years lesser than your age? Let's just say, you won't have access to that. People will come back and complain. Anyway, young also, I don't want to go more on that. I'll take it gradually.
Now, we mentioned voter timber project, one district, one factory. Also, there was an NGO some time back, Clark Sustainable Resources, CSR. Now, most of year, but I think that they were from Canada. They folded up and then they left. It's good, sir. The president wants to and still continue that because people risk their lives when there are these timber, these stamps, and sometimes this timber can even be harvested and then used for other purposes. But that is on the one factory. And I think about 2 weeks ago, the Honorable Minister Hawa Yakubu, Hawa Kumsin, did a very good job going around explaining what has been happening in terms of even the 1 million per constituency, the project that they have been undertaking and all those. One other thing I would want us to look at, Abedi, is the finance minister said something which I would have loved for NDC to rather touch on. And that could have even given them very good sympathy from Ghanaians. Which is per the record from the Social Security and National Insurance Trust, over 200,000 new jobs have been created. Have you heard the NDC come out to dispute that?
Funny enough.
Have you heard them?
Well, at least Yenim said that NAPCO took about 100,000.
NAPCO, the influence of NAPCO was just new.
Okay.
NAPCO had just started. NAPCO was not even part of it.
Yeah.
So you even add the NABCO. But the record is there, Social Security. These people have been added. We are paying their SNET contributions
monthly.
So you can never dispute that. Have you seen the NDC quiet on that?
Well,
and you tell me this is an opposition?
I will follow up on the
Sure.
NPP's caucus leader or spokesperson for on finance.
Follow this up.
Yeah.
The finance
Honorable
minister
Atiku
made this categorical statement in the budget that per the record from Senate, the moment you see, when you give evidence, NDC runs away. He says per the record for Senate, I am sure by now NDC would have gone to Senate
and come
back and say that the minister came to Parliament and he lied. Have you heard anything on that?
But that is what I was talking about. That's what they're supposed to do as a opposition.
So
party.
when these people come and they are just talking, I don't take them serious. Because they don't deal with the facts. They deal with propaganda. And where we are moving towards as a nation, we don't need propaganda. We need to develop. Let's be serious.
So are you part of those who are thinking that NDC should be in opposition for a long time?
They even when they are in power, they
I
are
don't
thinking
expect just a yes. I expect you to give me a reason.
Even when they are in power, this is my answer. When NDC is in power, they are thinking of winning the next election. They are not thinking of developing the country. So where do you want them to be?
I think I'll end on that.
The truth is, I would not want them to be
in opposition.
I would not want them to be in power and think of winning election.
Oh, how?
By default, also, I'm not saying they should be in opposition forever, but I'm just saying I wish they never come to power.
I see.
Yeah.
You wish they never?
Yeah.
That means, I mean, you are doing logic again. If you say never means forever.
Never means that. I hope that party disintegrates and a better opposition is formed.
Oh, emerge.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what you mean. Well, let's wrap it up here. That is Padmore Agyapong. You can tell his analysis. I think sometimes he plays a little bit of.
Oh, are you sure?
Girl, yeah, the show you see how there'll be asked to say, or you're part of this show. Your friend will be doing high net 2 TV. Nyami Aduma 9 p.m. Now, yeah, they sound their bro. And on the 2 TV, so we may say part B and answer baby at 9 p.m. Pepe Peno. We bet me actually be on the 2 TV. So I think so. We're live on Facebook at Net 2 TV GH and also on YouTube Net 2 TV GH. Join us on all social media handles Net 2 TV GH, and then we get a conversation going. We're getting the way off for Amafa on the national agenda. I think it's a Padmore Baffour on national agenda. It's Mejana Manako. But then, and remember that Ghana loves you and you're a Ghanaian. We're proud being Ghanaians and we're talking about Ghana. This is all to make Ghana a better place for us and our generations yet unborn. God bless you and God bless Ghana. We'll see you same time tomorrow, 8 a.m. to 9. So goodbye.